Hi guys, it's your favorite, Tamika, and this is episode 11 of Purple Georgia Knits podcast. So, it's been 2 weeks since I last podcasted, and pretty much I am falling back into my normal schedule of life. Luckily today I had a free time, so I decided to do a video. So, first things first, you can catch me on Instagram and Facebook as Purple Georgia Knits with the S. If you want to catch me on Ravelry, take off the S. I also have a WordPress blog, and that is also under purplegeorgiaknits.wordpress.com. So enough of that. So, I'm glad to be podcasting again. I got a few comments on my last video giving me a little encouragement because of my discouragement, and it actually touched my heart, and I thank you guys that reached out to me to let me know that I am doing a good job. So it feels good to know that I am doing a good job. So thank you so much. I feel the love. And so this past 2 weeks, I really haven't been into anything new. Have not worked on the edge of wedge shawl or my broken C stitch socks. They're basically right now on hold. But I did finish my 2 hats that I was knitting for the veterans. So I want to show you those hats. Those hats are knitted from the pattern Winter Warmer. So if you know me, basically I'm a frugal girl, and there's nothing wrong with buying things, but when they're free, when you have free patterns and free stuff, so I will jump on that quickly. Not to say that, I can't afford it. When you're frugal, anything free is wonderful, I guess. I hope I'm not giving you too much to judge me. But, I love couponing and all that type of stuff. So, of course, if it's open, you just grab it, I guess. I feel like I'm digging myself into a hole by saying it. Look, okay, I'm going to keep going. Excuse all of that. But I am currently finished with, this is a finished object, the Winter Warmer hat. And that was from Willow Yarns. If you can see, this is the pattern. I covered up the actual pattern, but that's the hat. I decided to knit 2 hats without the pom-pom, but now I'm trying to decide if I should have added the pom-pom because of the way the hat is. So here's the first one. And this right here, for some reason, is bothering me. That look right there. But this is the actual hat. And I used my leftover bits of my Common Simply Soft that I love to use. And it was in the Ocean colorway. And I also had a skein of Red Heart Tangerine. This is Red Heart Soft Tangerine. So I used this in conjunction with the leftover from the campsite shawl that I was knitting last week and showed you. And this is one hat. And I did it without the pom-pom, and for some reason this little tip is bothering me. And both hats came out the same way, and I decided to, alternate the colors and do the bottom and rib in the Ocean colorway and then the top in the Tangerine. But it's done, and these little tips for some reason are bothering me, but I don't want to make pom-poms for the hat. So basically these are going to go mail to Karen, and I'm not going to care about it, and I'm going to let it be. Hopefully. I'm such a silly person, but that's me. But that's to get started on my finished object, which I didn't want to get started on my finished object. But I have another finished object that I do not believe that I showed you all. A while back, I went to my local Eat, Sleep, Knit yarn store. Well, it's not really local because the yarn store that I have in my area, I'm going to talk about that later in general. I'll tell you about my experience and the reason why I don't go there. But I'm a big dork. and I kicked my camera over, then I kicked everything over, and I had to restart. So, what I was saying, a while back, I went to my local Eat, Sleep, Knit, and that was up in, I want to say, Smyrna. And I had bought Malabrigo yarn, sock yarn, and it was in an Arco Iris colorway. Do y'all remember that? Well, I ended up knitting it, and I don't know if y'all remember the Zilver pattern by Lisa Mutch. And I did finish, but I don't believe I showed you all the finished product of the shawl. So, I have it on my shoulders. I'm going to take it off so you can see. It's more like a shawlette. I don't know if that's because I'm a big girl. But shawlette pattern. And it was very quick and easy. I was going to do this and add beads, but I've never knitted with beads. So this is without beads. I think I'm going to do one later in the future with beads. But this is my Arco Iris Zilver shawl by Lisa Mutch. And this is the pattern. And I love it because it reminds me of fall. And I just recently pulled it back out because it was under the pile of stuff that I knit. And I pulled it back out because the weather's starting to cool off. And I'm starting to pull out my shawls and things for when I'm at the games in the evenings on Friday evenings. Like yesterday, we were out at a competition, and I'm sorry about the glare on my glasses, and it's bothering me, and I can't help that, and I'm in a weird space with light right now. But we were at a competition last night, which was Tuesday. Today is Wednesday, and I had my campsite shawl that I showed you in the last video. Luckily, I had that in my bag because as soon as the first band performed, when our band came up, because we were second, we performed and it started to rain, like in the middle of our performance. So I grabbed that thing and threw it on my head. So I actually had something to cover it with, and then the bottom fell out. And then me being me, I almost fell 5 times because the ground was slippery, and I had on those little cute shoes that had no treads on the bottom. Trying to be cute, yes. Trying to be cute. The price of being cute. So yeah, I pulled out all of my stuff because the weather is changing. It's starting to get fall here in Georgia. So this reminds me of fall. I think I'm going to be wearing this here soon. And that is my Zilver finished object. If I haven't showed you, if I did, well, I'm showing you again. I love it. And there probably will be another Zilver with beading in my future. But as of right now, no. So that is my really second works in progress, but third work in progress because I did 2 hats. And, I mean, finished objects, sorry. Finished objects. My brain is all over. I am scattered. I am scattered today. Look, it is hard making this video today because it took me a minute to get in the zone, and I'm not really in the zone. But I'm sorry. I love y'all. Please love me. And I'm going to keep going. But Zilver shawl. The first was the 2 hats for Karen, for the veterans. I finished those, and I'm losing light fast. So, let me keep talking. Over the summer, I participated in the 5 days, hashtag 5 days, 5 shawls. And I thought it was neat to be able to take part in this challenge because you knit a shawl construction in 5 days. It's not a full shawl. It's like a mini shawl to get you used to the construction so that you would be able to design your own shawls. And I thought it was really neat. So this was, I'm pretty sure these are still not in the order by days, but this was one day. And this is a crescent shawl. And basically you start off with the tab, garter tab, and then you knit the rest of the construction. So that was 1 day of shawl. This is the next one. And I love this shawl. This would be a wonderful shawl if it was bigger. Because I like coverage with my shawls. So that's that one for the next one. And I am missing one for some reason. This is an asymmetrical shawl. And this is the circle shawl. And for some reason, I am missing one. I had them all together, and I must have dropped it somewhere. But I'm sorry for that. But I did complete the 5 days, 5 shawl. If you want to see, go check it out on Instagram. I did take a picture of each day, and then I put it on my Instagram. So check out my Instagram for the 5 days, 5 shawls challenge. And participate if you haven't. It is a great way to learn new shawl constructions. And I thought it was wonderful that they had that challenge out there. I forget the girl's name, but hopefully I will put it down in the down bar so that you all can be able to access her as well. She does some good work. I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I'm going blank right now. But check out the Instagram, Purple Dirty Knits. And you can see the 5 days, 5 shawls if you go through my Instagram. So, pretty much that was all of my finished objects as I'm going backwards. Usually I start with the works in progress. Okay, works in progress. I have put the edge of wedge shawl on hold as well as the broken seed stitch socks. That was to get finished with the hats that I was knitting. In between that, because, in a sense, with the golden edge of wedge and the broken seed stitch, there's a lot of, I would say, work that you can't look away from. I decided to put them down because right now I need brainless knitting. Something that I can knit on without having to count or having to, keep up with a pattern in it. So I decided to cast on some socks. And the pattern right now that I have casted on are checkered ankle socks. And that is the picture. And I'm an ankle sock person. I don't like it to come, I like it to come a little bit over my ankle socks, or just a little bit. So when I knit socks, I pretty much like them to be right at the ankle, a little bit above the ankle. So that's the pattern. I picked up my Knit Picks palette in the Shawl colorway. And I'm going to show you the skein. This is the skein. And it looks like the ocean color. It's like a greenish, bluish greenish color. And I am actually knitting these 2 at a time. And I just cast these on yesterday, actually. While I was at the competition, have something to knit on while I was at the competition, and it's toes up. So that is not something, I've done it before with the socks that I showed you in the last video, but it's not something that I know. So I had to go back to YouTube and look for Judy's Magic Cast On. And but so far I'm happy. I'm going to continue up, and I'll have a pair of ankle checkered socks here soon. And that is living in my Whimsy Stitches bag. I love this bag, y'all. This bag is so easy to carry. You put your yarn and stuff in, and you can knit, and you ain't got to worry about nothing falling out. Everything stays in the bag. I love this bag. I will be buying more of Whimsy's bags. I love this bag. Oh, I love this bag. But enough of that. That is my work in progress and my finished objects. Yay! Okay, guys. So, I do have some future projects that I'm going to bring in and knit, but I don't have them with me right at the present moment. I've been wanting to do one of these striped shawls that have been going across. It's popular right now, and I haven't found a pattern that I'm happy with, but as soon as I do, I'll let you know. But here lately, I've been in the making mode, but not knitting mode. So I've been making button earrings and stitch markers. That is something you know, I don't have a wide supply of stitch markers, and I thought it was neat if I made me a couple of stitch markers. So, let me see if I can show you. I went to my local Walmart and picked up some crimp beads and used some beads that I already had at the house and some jewelry wire. And I made this stitch marker and some more stitch markers like it. And I am thinking that this is a neat little thing to do. I pumped out a pretty good bit with the beads that I had and put them in this little pencil case. And I got stitch markers. Stitch markers. So, I just went blank. I just went blank. I just went blank. Oh. Stitch markers. So, that's what I was doing. Making stitch markers. And while I was there at the Walmart and I made those stitch markers, I came across, and I am losing more light. Oh, there's my shawl. I'm sorry. I am having a sporadic moment. Like I said, normally I wouldn't have free time. Today I have free time, so I'm going to shove in a video before I crash. So that's pretty much what is going on with me right now. Please bear with me. I will not be like this always. But, okay, while I was there and I got my stuff for my stitch markers, I went over to the material section, and I came across this beautiful Santeria inspired material. And this was over in the fat quarter area. You know, sometimes your Walmart has the fat quarters, and this is the material. And I just love that. It is so nice. I know it's skulls. I'm not a skull girl. But when I saw that and it had all the colors, I love colors. And it had all the colors like purple and everything. And it's just like, I thought it was beautiful. So I decided to grab inside material that I can use for like the inside of a bag. And that is like a fuchsia and black zebra pattern. And I don't know if it's coming across. Yes, kind of. That's the color of it. And I decided I want to make a bag, but I have not come across which type of bag pattern I want to make with it. I was, thinking about doing one with a zipper when I had time, and now I have the blind lines in my face. Nothing is going right with my video. Okay. So, hopefully here soon, I will make a bag. I don't know if I want to make one of my Japanese knot bags where I won't have to add a zipper, or one of the zipper bags. But this will be a future project bag for me. I will make. And that will add to my small collection of bags that I have. So, guess what? That's it for that. I'm going to move on to the next thing I was into, since I wasn't into a lot of knitting this past 2 weeks. But I am proud to say I am a spinner. Woohoo! Guess what, guys? I went and used that fiber sample that Jane gave me from Euphoric Fibers. She gave me and my husband one when we were at the Georgia Fiber Fest. And I sat down and I spun it up on a spinning drop spindle that I actually made. This was my trial. Called myself making a drop spindle, with the toy wheel, a dowel, and a picture hook from Michael's. No, that was actually Hobby Lobby. Okay, because I wanted to learn how to drop spindle. I made my own drop spindle. But this is the fiber that she gave us, and I spinned it up, both samples, And I put it on. Let's see if I can get you to see this. And I spun it up. And I thought that was so wonderful that I finished it. And I was so proud that I did it that I actually started to spin my red fiber from Sparkle when I went to the Roll Alpaca booth at the Georgia Fiber Fest, and I've been spinning on the red fiber from Sparkle, and this is the alpaca fiber. So guess what? I think I got the hang of this, y'all, so I'm going to be spinning soon, and hopefully a spinning wheel will be in my future. But I'm so excited to say, I am a spinner! See? Isn't it lovely? Okay, enough of me being silly. So that's it for the spinning, the knitting, the material, stitch markers. That's pretty much what I've been doing this week along with my busy parent schedule. So let me talk in general about my experience with my local yarn shop that I will not name. They were at the Georgia Fiber Fest, and I did not go to the booth because I was feeling some type of way because of what I was told. Okay. So remember earlier I was talking about me being a frugal girl, but I never go anywhere without the intention of buying something. So if I go somewhere, I have the intention of buying something. That's just me. I don't go to the store if I don't have money. I don't know, you have people that like to window shop. I am not a window shopper. I do not like to window shop. No way whatsoever. If I'm going to the store, I'm going for a purpose. Go in the store, get what you want, you come out. So, I found out that there was a yarn shop literally 5 minutes or less from where I work. And when I found this out, I thought it was wonderful because I was a beginner knitter. I have been crocheting basically since, I want to say 2000, year 2000, off and on. So I've always had a love for yarn. But when I decided to start knitting in 2010, I found out yarn shop was there, and I wanted to go check it out and see what it was about. I wanted to get some input on what I should do, how I should do it. I'm a beginner knitter. I wanted to go and to basically see what it's about. Walked in the store. I was greeted by a woman. She come off nice at first. I was just greeted. So I was walking around the store, just looking around and stuff. And then she did approach me. Well, no, I take that back. I approached her because she was at the register. And I basically, asked her. I was like, look, I'm new to spinning. I'm new to knitting. And I would like to know, what, techniques or what can I do? Where can I go? And she did say that they had knit time on a certain night. You come up there to the yarn shop and you can knit and you can fellowship with the ladies that come in and just sit around and knit and talk and whatever. I thought that was cool. So we were going around and she was showing me the yarns, and I told her that, number one, I basically, because I like to make things, so I figure my brain is, if I want something and I want it or I want to have it, I can figure out how to make it. That's just the type of person I am. So I told her, I went to the local Walmart, grabbed some yarn, and made me some dowels so I can start knitting. And I said, that's how I got started teaching myself how to knit. And she looked at me like, well, since you buy yarn from Walmart, you probably won't want anything out of here. And I was like, oh. And then she went, because she was talking about the cashmeres and this, and she was like, oh, I'm a snob. Yarn I would never knit with yarn from Walmart, basically. She was a snob. It hurts her hands when she knits with it, and it's too scratchy. You know, I'm just coming into the, I guess you say, community and trying to figure out and learn how to knit, and I couldn't really get any input from her. She basically told me that I couldn't afford anything in her store in a way. She was like, oh, this stuff will be too high priced for you. So I didn't know which way to take that. It kind of affected me in a way to feel like she was really being a little racist. I may be taking this a whole, wrong way, but that was the reason why I stopped going to the yarn shop, because she actually did not make me feel welcome in her store. But in telling my sister this whole story, went through the whole thing and how she said it, and she made me feel like I shouldn't even be in there because I couldn't afford her store because I was buying yarn from Walmart. I did leave the store buying a pair of knitting needles so I could at least show her that I could purchase something in her store. But my sister said I wouldn't have given my service. So, guess what? I don't even go there. I have been there again to the store. The lady was not there. I had a wonderful experience that time, but I still do not like my local yarn shop, which is about 5 minutes away from my job. So yes, I would rather drive 40 minutes to eat, sleep, knit than to go to my local yarn shop that's in my area, because I was not greeted with a, I say, warm welcome hug. It's my choice not to go. And, I know I shouldn't hold ill feelings towards her, but I don't like my local yarn shop, and I will not give her my patronage. So, that's enough for my general. Nothing much has really been with me. I am having a pretty good week. I hope you all will continue to have a pretty good week. This video will be very short because I have not been into much, but I showed you all of the things that I've done. And I hope you all will continue to watch. I'll put another video out in 2 weeks, and hopefully, fingers crossed, I may be going to another yarn fiber festival. But I'll let y'all know about that next video, so stay tuned. Please don't forget to click like, and please don't forget to subscribe. My tongue is tied again. And please, my videos are not like this every 2 weeks. I guess I'm having an off day. I am delirious from being tired, but I put the video in for you all, guys. I love y'all. I will continue to be here. Thank you for the love and support, and I'll see you later. Bye, guys. Don't go there. But let me shift. Ah! Okay, and I just killed the phone. And now I have ugly glare. Light come back. Light come back. Light come back. Light come back. Where did you go? Where did my light go? Now I got some really funky light, and it's dark in here. And what do I do about it? And I caught all that on camera.